What's up, world? My name is Keith Hackle, and I want to welcome you to this installment of He Lived. I want to also take this opportunity to thank Isaiah Rowe for extending to me the invitation to participate in this awesome ministry. I know you have your word on the street with you, so let's get directly into the word. We're going to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 22. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 22, Paul says, "To the weak I became as weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some." Paul gave us some awesome words at this point, and he had just given us a list of all the efforts that he'd taken to reach different individuals in different spectrums of life. And some people read this section and they ask, what is Paul saying? Is Paul saying that in order for me to witness to an individual that sells drugs, I must first sell drugs? Is he saying that in order for me to witness to someone who's an alcoholic, I must first go out and become an alcoholic? Is he saying that in order for me to witness effectively to a thief, that I must first go out and steal a couple things? That's not what Paul is saying. And as always, Paul is very misunderstood in some of the things that he writes. But what Paul is saying to us is that in order for us to be effective, we must first change our mentality. That we must first step out of our comfort zone and be willing to understand these individuals, where they're coming from, why they do what they do, why they say what they say, how they think. And in understanding those things, we can apply those to our methods of communicating with them, and in doing that, then we become more effective. I'm sure we've all witnessed someone or encountered someone who seemed to be a little too holy to understand unholy things, and as a result of having that mentality or that way of approaching individuals, they become ineffective in their ministry. And ministry, what I'm saying, is not just about preaching the word. While that is important to us in this context, what we're looking at is even on your job, even at school, even in your household, in your family. If you want to be effective, what you have to do is understand where the individuals are coming from. So if I don't understand why you think the way you think, and I don't understand why you said what you said, then there's going to always be a disconnect. But Paul was saying that he has endeavored to step outside of the realm of his comfort zone, outside of the realm of what he was familiar with, and he began to receive and to understand what these individuals thought. And in doing that, he became more effective. So as we preach Jesus Christ, it's important for us to understand that some people may not even know who Jesus is. Some people may not even know who God is. So it's important for us to understand where they're coming from, understand their cultural background, understand how they were raised, and accept those things, appreciate those differences. And in appreciating those differences, then we begin to build and go from there. I like to equate it to a young man that was pursuing a young lady, or even a young lady that's pursuing a young man. You first must understand what this individual likes and doesn't like, so that you know when you bring them a gift or when you say certain things to them, whether those things are going to be appreciated or those things are going to be disliked. You accept the fact that they have differences, and you learn those differences, and you begin to apply those into the way that you interact with those individuals. And as a result of you interacting the way that that particular individual likes, then your relationships begins to grow. But I'm sure we've all had relationships where we've interacted with individuals, or individuals have interacted with us in ways that we didn't appreciate, in ways that we didn't accept. And how many of you still have those relationships today? So Paul was telling us that if you want to change, if you want to impact change in someone else's life, that it's important that you first understand where they're coming from. And in understanding where they're coming from, then you're able to help them get to where they're going. My desire is that this installment has been a blessing for you, and I look forward to speaking with you again in the future. Have a blessed day.